Hello, everyone, and welcome to my NXT Takeover 31 review. Back at the Performance Center. NXT will no longer be at Full Sail right now. I believe it's been a lot of outbreak, from the whole coronavirus right now that's going on in wrestling between WWE and AEW. And it's been a lot of cases to what I've been hearing in the NXT and the main roster. So what do? They obviously go back to the Performance Center now. They are no longer at Full Sail at this time, and they were going to start off tonight on Takeover with the with NXT Takeover 31, which they will be at every week at this point from now on, NXT at the Performance Center. Now, I'm sure the big thing everyone was talking about was this new set change that Triple H has been talking about over the weekend. I guess he did not decide to go to the Amway Center because I think WWE's on their final month with the Amway Center with the main roster. So he wanted to change up the look to the Performance Center and calling it the Capital... was like the Capital Wrestling Center. And I know they had a video package to kick it off, like the history of it, kind of going way back years ago with Vince McMahon and his father and everything. But let me say this about the Capital Wrestling Center, okay? There is history to it, and looking at the stage, it looks cool. This is basically, as my friend Steven would call it, This is the Thunderdome underground version, okay? Just like the underground Thunderdome. I called it the mini Thunderdome because that's what it was. Now Triple H went on to say friends, family, and I know they had some of the performance school students out there and some NXT stars. So I guess they kind of somewhat let fans in, but they're still doing virtual fans at the same time too. People were in pods. There was a cage around it. Like I said, you had the screen with all the fans on there and everything. So it was basically a mini Thunderdome. That's basically what it was. Because I saw a lot of comments tonight and people were just trying to put it over like it was the greatest thing in the world. Like, well, it should have on the Amway Center. I'm like, it's basically the same thing. You're just in a smaller building. It's just the mini Thunderdome, and you added, I guess a couple people, just the Performance Center school students. Like I said, I can go into the whole debate about bringing fans back in. You already know how I feel about that, and I've always got a question bringing fans, especially right now during this whole virus, and it's Florida of all places. But hey, if they can keep everybody safe, like I said with AEW, if they can keep everybody safe, we'll see. But I don't think they really made that much of a difference out there either way, because I know they kind of messed with some of the crowd noise and everything, so I don't know how much it was just on the people or how they did the virtual fan thing, but this is just a mini Thunderdome. That's what I call it. It's a mini Thunderdome at the Performance Center, so I'll give them credit for finding a way to make it look unique and everything, but all I kept saying is, like, it's basically the Thunderdome, but it's just in a smaller building. That's all it is, okay? That's all I can really say. So that's my opinion on it when it comes to this whole Thunderdome or mini Thunderdome, I like to call it. But yeah, other than the whole mini Thunderdome little thing I want to talk on, we do kick this show off. NXT Takeover, Wade Barrett, Vic Joseph, and Beth Phoenix on commentary. First match of the night, Damian Priest versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT North American Championship. Very good match. Let me say that. This was really good. I'm sure the big spot everyone was talking about was when Priest jumped out of the ring running towards him over the turnbuckle, and basically Gargano threw some security guys or just some independent guys into Priest, so he landed onto them. Some say they basically recreated the spot from WrestleMania 25 with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, with Shawn throwing the cameraman in front of him and everything. So I could see why people had said that tonight. But once Priest had landed into them and got back up, Gargano had kicked him in the nuts and everything. Priest had kicked out. Gargano went for the Gargano's escape, but Priest got to the ropes then. Priest, pretty much Gargano was outside brawling onto the steel steps. Gargano got Priest back into the ring. Gargano's going for the one final beat, but Priest ended up hitting him with the Reckoning for the win. So a very good match to kick off the show. This was great. Don't get me wrong. I liked it. I never really believed Johnny Gargano was ever gonna win. To be honest, because listen, it was gonna be a great match either way. Okay, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. But I didn't never see Gargano winning, okay? Given that they never really said why he got a title shot. They just announced out of the blue a couple weeks ago that, hey, Johnny Gargano, he gets a title shot. But why did he get a title shot, though? It never made a lot of sense. I never really understood what was, supposed to really go on with that. Because, like, is there really a reasoning behind this? So, yeah, I never expected Gargano to win, but a big win for Damian Priest. Very predictable, but overall still a really good match. Next we got Marty McFly versus Doc Brown, or Kushida versus Velveteen Dream. This was a battle of Back to the Future, okay? And I just thought it was funny because it took me a minute to figure out who Dream was supposed to be. I almost was going to say Rich Sanchez from Rick and Morty, but then I was like, okay, yeah, he's Doc Brown, and Kushida's always been dressed like Marty McFly for years now, so I could see why this was a battle of Back to the Future, okay? But Kushida had attacked Dream before the bell even happened. Of course, they've been trying to make Kushida very more ruthless now, very more aggressive, especially focusing on the arm. Kushida attacked Dream, almost like knocking him out there, going for the shoulder. Which, it took Dream to get him in and back into the match. Like I said, Kushida was mostly focusing on Dream's arm, trying to hit the hoverboard submission on him. But Dream kept coming back, pretty much getting out of the hoverboard, taking him down, hitting him with the several stomps and everything. But Kushida, once again, focusing on Dream, pretty much, yanking his arm into the ring post. Kushida once again went back for the hoverboard, but Dream got out of it, hit a power bomb on him. Dream pretty much, once again got caught back into the hoverboard, but Dream got out of it. Hit him with a purple rainmaker then, but still kept holding his elbow because it was hurt. Kushida kicked out at 2 though. Dream went for another purple rainmaker, but Kushida hit him with the Spanish fly into the hoverboard lock. Dream got out of it, hit a Dream Valley driver, which Kushida no-sold the Dream Valley driver, put him back into the hoverboard lock, and then Dream immediately tapped out. Kushida then attacked Dream right after, still trying to put him into the hoverboard lock to tap him out as Dream yelled in pain. This was a very good match. Let me say that. I did like this match. It was really good. Like I said, they're trying to make Kushida more ruthless. I don't think he's a heel because it wasn't even supposed to be like the face in this whole thing, or at least this was some type of a heel turn, as some people want to say tonight. I'm not sure really where they're going with Kushida, but they are trying to make him more vicious right here. And like I said, it's like the only other match I know with some real build up to it, kind of coming into this show. But very enjoyable, especially with Marty McFly beating Doc Brown right here. I guess this match was to see who was going to drive the DeLorean, who really would go back to the future. But like I said, this was good. I don't know if this feud will continue on that. Some say this may have been a way just to write Dream off of TV for a while, due to the whole controversy and everything, because that's kind of basically what I saw on Twitter tonight, just folks complaining or just don't watch the match. Like I say, if you don't want to see him, just don't watch the match. Now I don't see what complaining on the internet is gonna do. You've seen this dude on TV like every week, and he's on Takeover. Don't watch the freaking match then. Stop bitching. But I've already spoke on the whole controversy before. I'm not really about to keep going back to dwell on it like other folks. I've said what I had to say, and I'm like, hey, he's still on TV, so I don't know what else you could take from this. Like I said, I feel like in a way, and somebody said this to me tonight. Basically, okay, he lost, so marks will shut the fuck up, and they could probably write him off TV, and people will just stop complaining and, let this go away for a minute and everything. So I could talk about the match. That shit ain't really bothered me like a lot of other people have. So like I said, it was still a good match. That's all there was really to focus on, the feud and the match. I ain't really worried about motherfuckers. So I can't watch him. Ooh, who gives a shit? Okay. Watch it, don't watch. It's A or B. Stop bitching. But like I said, WWE already did an investigation already. I don't know what more y'all want. Triple H already explained this shit. So, man, it's just kind of funny how folks are still going on this. But yeah, Marty McFly and Doc Brown, they did brawl out there tonight. Next, something that has not been seen in damn near 20 years, NXT Halloween Havoc. I guess it's going to be on a Wednesday. Good to have Shotzi Blackheart have the Howl out there. I almost thought this was going to be another takeover event, but this will happen in the, in month of October. It is October, folks. Halloween, and whatnot. So it is Halloween month, and perfect time to put it around on October 28th. So finally, and I've said this before, WWE should have used Halloween Havoc a long time ago in the month of October instead of Hell in a Cell. But hey, since NXT's getting hold of it, I'm sure they'll do a good job with it when it comes on. So looking forward to Halloween Havoc this month. Haven't seen that in years, okay? Since WCW. But next, though, we got Santos Escobar. And I got a phone call, folks. They give you a phone call, and you don't know what to do. Hello? Other than my phone call back there, what was I talking about again? Yeah, good match, though, between Marty McFly and Doc Brown right there. But, oh, yeah, I was talking about Halloween Havoc. I almost kind of lost my thought of what was going. But, yeah, Halloween Havoc, October 28th. And we now go into the Cruiserweight title on the line. Santos Escobar, Isaiah Swerve Scott. Or if you watch Lucha Underground in the past, King Cuerno versus Killshot, okay? This, in my opinion, was almost my match of the night in a way. At that moment, well, maybe my second best match of the night. But I enjoyed this a lot between Escobar and Swerve. Even though I feel like the build hasn't been on a lot lately, I knew these two were going to have a great match either way. I did enjoy this. I thought both were great. Don't get me wrong. This was some good shit. I don't know how they do that freaking super kick kind of jumping in the air thing, but that shit looks deadly half the time, okay? Now, I know DJZ and Mendoza had came out throughout in this match, but next you know, Ashanti, the Adonis, had came out for the save then. I did like how Swerve had lifted Escobar over the ropes and Wild and them caught him and everything. But right after Escobar had came back and he hit him with the Phantom Driver, Swerve had kicked out then. Escobar went for the Three Amigos. He went for the Frog Splash a la Eddie Guerrero. But Swerve got out the way, stomped on his arm, almost like some Pentagon Jr. shit, bending the arm back and everything. I always thought that was pretty crazy when you do that, especially when you, like, step on the guy's arm. And you just go back and look at it. He just steps the shit out of his arm. Like, just think about that, folks. Like, if I stomp on your arm like that. But that did look deadly, though. What else happened in this? What would he go for right after that? Not the Phantom Driver, but my notes got messed up, so I'll try to write this on the computer and everything. But like I said, man, this thing's really messing up. Yeah, weird shit. Let me just say that. But like I said, Scott hit the house call on him. He went for a 450. But Escobar held on to the ropes then. He then got him like a half-and-half suplex on nearly to the apron and everything, like pushing him onto the ring post, like knocking him back. But Escobar then went for like his double underhook suplex onto the knee for the win, and Escobar retained the Cruiserweight Championship. Okay, so there you go. I look at this Cruiserweight title sometime, and trust me, I don't really watch 205 Live in general, so I can't really comment on what's going on. Or then again, I don't really see much of the Cruiserweight title on this show to begin with anyways nowadays, other than this recent feud and whatnot. But I figured Escobar was going to win. My money was on Swerve to get it, but Escobar, I feel like he hasn't had a long enough run with the belt, and honestly, I feel like he hasn't been on TV in a minute with this feud against Swerve at the same time, too. So I think if the best move for him was best move was for him to retain the championship. So I'm good with that. Next up, we got Io Shirai versus Candace LeRae for the NXT Women's Championship. I don't want to say this was my least favorite of the night, but this was still good. But kind of like the same with Gargano, I never really believed Candice LeRae was ever going to win this title. Now, this was still a good match, even though I think it was a lot of no-selling in this match for some reason. This was still good. Of course, you was going to get some type of a ref bump in this match, which Candice, actually hit the referee and everything. The ref is down. Io Shirai hits the air raid crash. She goes for the moonsault, but ends up hitting the referee again. So that's another ref bump. Candice LeRae then went for the Wicked Stepsister then. Gargano came out with a referee shirt on and tried to pin, but that was not going to work. Basically, and right after the referee started arguing, the referee told Johnny to take off the referee shirt. Candace hit Io with the belt, but it did not work, and Gargano still tried to argue with the referee again, but Shirai came back, hit like a palm strike shote onto Candace, then hit with a Spanish fly, and then went for the moonsault to get the win in. So Io Shirai retains, not really surprised by that. I never really believed Candace was ever going to win, but of course the big surprise happened right after then. Toni Storm appeared. We haven't seen Toni Storm in a very long time. I believe she would have been on this show if it wasn't for the pandemic sooner. But she says it will be Toni time, and she's coming to NXT. But then right after, we got another surprise. This whole October 4th thing, the Night Vision, who arrives at the building on a motorcycle. I guess it was a woman then. And who was this woman? Ember Moon. We have not seen Ember Moon in a long time. Ember Moon has been hurt. I think it was like Achilles tendon. And people wonder when she was ever going to come back. Listen, she didn't have a good run on the main roster. Well, that's for a lot of people. But she got hurt. And now her and her and Toni Storm coming to NXT. Great. I like that. Ember Moon, we've seen Ember Moon on NXT before, so I think her coming back to NXT is a big move. The women's division is already stacked on NXT. This just makes it bigger, and with Toni Storm, which even my friend Steven said this night, in a way, this was like a cop-out, not a cop-out, but a fake-out, thinking that was going to be the October 4th with Toni, but who does it end up being? It ends up being with, we got Toni and Ember Moon. So that's two returns. Okay, Ember Moon returning after a long injury, and Toni Storm, somewhat return, but still coming to NXT. So that's two big, that's big, all right? That's very big, and I'm sure that's going to be some great matches with Io coming up. They then went to an interview with Ashanti the Adonis backstage, talking about the goddamn Phantasma, that he's getting tired of them. Somebody said he was Tahuti Miles before on this show, but I guess they gave him a gimmick now. Like I said, I don't know what's on 205, so I can't really name much from that. But in the main event, though, we got Finn Balor versus Kyle O'Reilly for the NXT Championship. This was great. This was awesome. Both of these guys beat the hell out of each other. Let me say that. This was some NJPW type shit going on, okay? A lot of strong style, just both of these guys just beating the hell out of each other. It was insane, all right? I enjoyed this match. This was really good. I never really believed Kyle O'Reilly was ever going to win anyways to begin with, but I know they tried to build him into like a big star, like single star now and under the past couple weeks and whatnot, but I think they have done a good job into doing that, which I knew these two were going to have a great match. Either way, we all knew that, but I never believed Kyle O'Reilly was ever gonna win the title. But I enjoyed this match a lot, cause man, these guys were just laying it in out there. Like, you got motherfuckers bleeding out there, Finn's bleeding from the mouth, Kyle's bleeding from the mouth. I enjoyed this match tonight. All right, I really did. And Balor, he did retain. of course, hitting the coup de grace for the win. I know he hit the 1916, but I know O'Reilly came back, knocking Balor off the ropes and everything, because he did that dragon screw trying to go for his leg several times. O'Reilly even hit him with a big knee and whatnot, trying to go for the knee bar. But Balor got to the ropes, kind of messed with his knee in. Balor got O'Reilly, like I said, down to the middle. Got him with a standing foot stomp. Went for a, 1916 into the foot stomp. And like I said, he hit the coup de grace for the win. Balor retains. He was bleeding. Him and Kyle O'Reilly basically showed respect and kind of shook hands. But then before, the graphic came up, next thing you know, they show Rich Holland holding up Adam Cole, a lifeless Adam Cole, throws him to the ground. Rest of the Undisputed Era comes out. They're wondering what the hell happened to Adam Cole, which I'm not sure about this whole Rich Holland push. Like, the guy just got there, and listen, we already saw the botch with him and Gargano about a month or two ago before the last takeover. And now they're giving him this big push now all of a sudden to go against Cole and Undisputed Era. I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, I think Rich Holland, he has a certain look, but the guy's still kind of green as shit, okay? So they really kind of, I don't want to say they're hot-shotting him, but they are putting him, they're putting him at least credible people that will at least lead him through this pot mostly. But he's good, but I'm not sure about him putting him up to the main up show, like, not main show, but kind of put him into like a higher spot this fast. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm really not, okay? So we'll see what happens, but really kind of out of nowhere with Holland just attacking Adam Cole and then the rest of the Undisputed Era comes out. I don't know if the Undisputed Era is going to turn on Cole like some people have been telling me tonight, especially Fish and Strong. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but let's just wait and see what comes from this, okay? But other than that, though, TakeOver, given that it had like 2-3 weeks built, you knew TakeOver was gonna be great. You never really had much to say bad about a TakeOver in general. Every match was really great. Like I said, I really enjoyed the main event. That was my match of the night. Then you had I did like the Cruiserweight title. That was my second best. I would probably put Priest and Gargano third. 4 or 5 give Kushida and Dream, and 5th I probably give it to Io and Candace. But given that they brought Toni Storm and Ember Moon into the fold now, that could be different. But other than that, though, like I said, really good TakeOver. I enjoyed it in the mini Thunderdome they had tonight at the Capitol Wrestling Center. But basically, I just call it the mini Thunderdome at this point. But we'll see how long this keeps going since they're back in the Performance Center now for NXT, with the Cage Gate. Like I said, it's Thunderdome Underground. That's basically what this is. It's Thunderdome Underground, okay? Thunderdome Underground. That's the best way you could put it. Steven said best. Thunderdome Underground, okay? So that's how I will put this show. But, like I said, overall, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. I'm out of here. I've had a very long 24 hours. Trust me, even before this show, I've been celebrating my mom's birthday all day and had to get some cake during this show, all right, while watching NXT. But other than that, I got a lot of shows to go and check out. I got to go watch Walking Dead. I got to go watch Power Book 2 Ghost. And I just got a lot going on, okay? And I got to check out that new Simpsons from tonight, too. So I know there's a lot of show premieres tonight in the month. But like I say, it's October, folks. It's Halloween month, okay? So other than that, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Peace, and check out the interview that's coming up.